He's here to talk about it. It's seed and feed, chemicals and compost, vaccinations and irrigation. It's time for Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hey, good day to all you great stewards of land. It is Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust of Elk City, Sayre, Oklahoma. What is today? Wednesday? Yes. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's New Year's Eve. And all I can say is be proactive tonight. If you go out and go to a New Year's celebration, please have a designated driver, DR, available, and be safe and watch out for other people on the roads tonight. That's your tip of the day from me. So let's take out some temperatures. 57 degrees. It's beautiful outside. At Hollis, 60. At Mangum, 60. At Hobart, 58 at Bessie, 60 at Sealing, 60 at Camargo, 60 at Boise City, 57 at the May Ranch. Lahoma's 54 out here in the panhandle of Texas. More of the same, maybe a little warmer. 63 at Miami, 60 at Lipscomb, and 60 at Wellington, and 59 at Odell. All right, here's you another tip. So you guys know I'm a blonde. So I use Copperhead solvent to clean the barrels on my pistols, shotguns, rifles, and stuff like that. And just never really dawned on me because I've never made a really big mess with it and stuff. So I have a Browning 12 gauge humpback, the new one. It's a newer one, the one with synthetic stocks and stuff. Well, when I got in the gun safe the other day and I pulled it out because I was wanting to compare it to another one, and I've got a gun sock on it, and I started to pull the gun sock off, and the gun sock didn't want to come off. Never dawned on me, and I remember when I cleaned it. I cleaned it and then I oiled it up, but when I was cleaning that solvent, I just wiped the whole thing down. So I'm sure some of you are going, we know what happened. So that's synthetic stocks on the new or the newer Brownings, the what is it, A5s? Yeah, whatever they are. And I'd wipe the stocks off, and I had solvent on that rag. But guess what? It just basically made my buttstock. It didn't do. I must not. The reason why is because I had the forestock off, but I wiped it off and it turned it into gumbo. It's ruined. It's done. I'm gonna have to get me another buttstock. So just a tip of the. If you use some sort of solvent to clean the copper and the stuff out of the barrels of your guns, please do not wipe your synthetic stocks down with it. Not good. So, yeah, I learned a lesson. I don't know how expensive that'll be, but it'll, it's sad too. That was my birthday present that TR gave me, and 12 gauge A5. Sweet gun. I love those humpbacks, as we all called them back in the day. So anyway, that's your other tip of the day. All right, let's see here. What else we got going on? Oh, man, the boss came in a few minutes before the show started. Brought me a new edition of the Penny News, and the Atwoods insert is in there. And all kinds of good deals in there. But a lot of you guys use that Sprayway glass cleaner. They got a really good deal going on at Atwoods, any of the Atwood stores, not just the one here in Elk City, the one wherever all they are at, Clinton, whole 9 yards. 2 for $4 for those cans that are regularly $3.50 a piece. 2 for $4, all kinds of good stuff. They look like they got some discounts going on, some rifles and shotguns and pistols and stuff. If you need any of that, they always got good deals going on ammo. And so check it out at your Atwood's store. Also, I just seen it just now when I opened it up. Those 100 count black vinyl blend gloves that come in the boxes that like I got in my truck, they're off $3. They're $4.99 or $2. Sorry, $2. No, actually $3. They're off $3 a box for large or extra large per box. $4.99 a box, so $5 a box. Better get out there before I do because I'm gonna go buy some. All kinds of other good stuff going on. Also in the penny news, I see that Jerry Nine has got an update on his deal, so he wants to. You guys read it. It's got hay, woes, and a few other things going in there. Mainly all the cattle auctions are shut down right now, but they're going to fire back up. Western Oklahoma is going to fire back up this coming Monday. So we'll be back full throttle going on there. And as I was easing through there, I seen something else that caught my eye. Where is it at? Oh, there we go. Happening in Apache, the Jack Sherry dispersal sale. I guess they're selling out, and there's some really good stuff going on there. 875 head of Angus-based females, all bred to Conley and Cantrell Grissom bulls, all black baldies, calving starting as early as February the 26th. There's 225 heifers bred to Gardner low birth weight bulls, 153-year-old bred cows, 154-year-old bred cows, 155-year-old bred cows, and 200 6 to 9-year-old bred cows. And that will be January the 17th. That'll be coming up here in just actually 2 weeks from this coming Saturday. You can bid online at cattleusa.com. Rex Fleming, Dustin Glover, Tyler Glover, Clay LeBay, Greg Griffin, all kinds. They got a big ad in the Penny News. I'll see if I can get Rex to come on maybe next week, talk about, because I'm sure he's seen the cattle. And also, coming up January 10th, a week from this coming Saturday, will be the Oklahoma Independent Stock Growers Association Cattleman's Compass. Featured speakers will be from the CEO of RCAF, Bill Bullard, Shad Sullivan. I wanted to say Shade, but it's Shad Sullivan. I knew what it is. Texas Colorado rancher. He's with the RCAF property rights chair, war on beef advocate, Sandy Mooney, founder of Western Oklahoma Patriots, is going to be one of the speakers. Jake Merritt, Representative Justin Humphrey, Mindy Patterson, Brad and Newly Hutchison, and all kinds of stuff. There's a big ad in the Penny News on that, so check it out. How's that? All kinds of stuff going on. All right, let's see what happened overnight in our big world of agriculture. Whoa, pop up. There we go. I got her done. Man, I switched systems in the computer here, and it's so much smoother than the way I was doing it. I still haven't figured out what happened to that. It's been working for 4.5 years, almost 5 years, and it started giving me trouble a couple weeks ago. And it didn't have nothing to do with the computer. It was actually Firefox itself. So if you've been having trouble with your computer and you're using Firefox, you might have to update it or do something. But I switched over to Google, and I'm going smooth as silk now. Shortly before 6:30 a.m. this morning, Central Time, March corn was down 0.75 cents at 4.39 3/4 a bushel. March soybeans were down 3.5 to 10.58 3/4 per bushel. March soy meal was $1 lower at 301.30 a short ton, and March soy oil dropped 0.11 cents to 49.33. March wheat markets were weaker in early morning. Chicago Board of Trade was down 2 cents at 508 3/4. Kansas City wheat dropped 4 cents to 518 per bushel. Minneapolis wheat was unchanged at 564 1/4 per bushel. Final positioning for the year end will be primary objective in Wednesday's trade. Fresh news is minimal and trade volume is very thin as holiday trade continues. We will see a full day of trade Wednesday. Markets will close Thursday and reopen Friday morning in another full session. Bird flu. I've been seeing little bits and pieces of bird flus in my ag news, and I had said nothing about it because it was nothing major, but I guess it's getting major again. In case you missed it, agriculture.com has a story covering a recently detected case of the bird flu reported by the Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship in a mixed species backyard flock. The Dallas County detection, which impacted a flock of about 15 birds, according to their spokesman, and it's the 10th detection in domestic birds in Iowa this year. So I have a feeling with all the migration of birds up and back and forth across the United States, we're going to be seeing some more of the bird flu. Here, surging Arctic air continues behind a departing intense cyclone, according to the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service added a reinforcing surge of Arctic air will follow behind a clipper system as an Arctic high pressure system from Canada will flow down into northern U.S. this coming Wednesday. So looks like pretty much, man, they said no wind today or tomorrow in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. So that's going to be pretty cool. And speaking of wildfires, weather, looks like statewide, this is from the Department of Forestry, Oklahoma Department of Forestry. Statewide discussion, less intense winds will today and New Year's will limit fire spread potential, offering a good probability of initial attack success. And when I say that, that means they can nail her down pretty hard. But the lacking of rainfall and several nights of poor marginal overnight moisture recovery have resulted in a significant degradation in composite fuel moisture, leading to increasing resistance to control. So as long as we don't have no wind, it'll be all right. And checking the county burn ban again, the only one in Oklahoma that has a burn ban is Grady County. So it looks pretty good, but still be careful with what you're doing out there on the farm and ranch, guys. Control burns, whether I don't know why they even use that word, control burn, because it's either a burn, a fire, or it's a my mind just went dead. Holy moly, my brain is dead today. I was looking for the other fires. The Roger Mills County Burn Association. Yeah, they do those. Prescribed. There we go. I can talk to myself and get it. Prescribed burns is really the safest way to do it. So when you hear people say, like the one down at Willow on social media, I don't know if it's true or not, said that was a controlled burn and it got out of hand. I never did see that anymore after that. So a controlled burn is a controlled burn. You start it and you hope you can control it. A prescribed fire is where everything is wrote down. You look at stuff and, when you see up at Pack Saddle, Marcus doing those prescribed fires on Pack Saddle in Ellis County and Black Kettle, they planned them out long time ahead. But the difference between a controlled fire and a prescribed fire is they have equipment on hand to prevent it from getting out of control. Does that make sense? So there you have it. All right. Let's take, what is today? Oh, today's Taylor Ranch. Man, I got a question for you guys. You guys ready? Today is the Taylor Ranch happy hour. And I have a question for you guys. And I have the three amigos at Woodward at KWFX 100.1. And I got them right here. Jose, Jesus, and Juanito. That is regular beef stick, the original barbecue, and the jalapeno with cheese in it. So here's your question. You guys ready? 580-225-9697 is the Fowler Agency text line. If you just want to play, do not text me your name. But if you want to play to win, put your name in there with your answer. Cattle inventories and overall beef supplies are expected to decline in 2026. Fed slaughter is expected to drop by approximately how many head in 2026? You ready? A is 200,000 head. B is 400,000 head. C is 600,000 head. And D is 800,000 head. Text her in there to the Fowler Agency hotline, 580-225-9697. Let's take a Taylor Ranch break and we'll be right back.
He loves talking about farming and ranching. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Do you love the great outdoors? Maybe you enjoy trap shooting or skeet shooting, or maybe getting some target practice in at the firing range is your thing. If you're that person, you love guns. Hobart Farm and Garden has a whole room dedicated to guns, gun safes, ammunition, and more. It's quite impressive. You got to go check it out. They are Western Oklahoma's platinum Browning dealer and Glock stocking dealer. They're located at 1030 South Monroe in Hobart, Oklahoma. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Hobart Farm and Garden.
It helps to work with someone who's been down the same road you're traveling, someone who knows what you're up against and what you're going through. When it comes to farmers and ranchers, that's us. That's who we are. Our lenders know ag inside and out because we're producers too. We approach it like a partnership. We want to put ag producers in position to be successful. We're very laid back and easy to deal with, and people seem to like that. We think you'll like it too. I'm Marty Maddox. Great Plains Bank in Elk City is here to lend farmers and ranchers a helping hand. Member FDIC.
Yeah, farmers can be pretty tough because it's a hard world in farming. You know, in the farming market, it's tough. So they're going to do all they can to get the best deal they can, and we're going to give it to them. Everything for maintenance on your equipment, changing your oils. You need some antifreeze. You need some hydraulic oil. Any kind of grease. We got the bolts and fasteners now. We're opening up electrical fittings, zip ties, penetrating oils. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
This December, step into a winter wonderland on the Cummins Cadillac lot in Weatherford. Warm up your season with hot savings on every new 2026 Cadillac Escalade and the entire stunning Cadillac lineup. If you've been dreaming of an upgrade, now's the time to light up your winter and drive into the new year in true Cadillac fashion. Style, luxury, and performance wrapped up with a bow. Your new Cadillac is waiting. Visit Cummins Cadillac in Weatherford, I-40 and Airport Road, or online at CumminsCadillac.com.
This is the Elk City Livestock Auction Market Report for Friday, December 12th. 1,580 head were sold. 10 head of steers at $455 brought $487.50. 5 at $552 brought $415. 9 at $603 brought $367.50. 14 at $670 brought $357.50. 18 at $713 brought $349. 7 at $759 brought $321.50. 6 head of heifers at $463 brought $427.50. 7 at $503 brought $402.50. 10 at $523 brought $400. 8 at $561 brought $372.50. 3 at $588 brought $335. 9 at $644 brought $350. 11 at $789 brought $335. Butcher cows were $64 to $180. Butcher bulls $120 to $188.50. Bred cows $1,300 to $43.50. Pairs $2,100 to $37.50. Elk City Livestock Auction 3202 South Highway 6, Elk City, Oklahoma. Sale every Friday at 9 a.m. To consign, call Brandon Hickey 580-497-6097. Cattlemen's Congress in the heart of cattle country is a lot more than just a cattle show. See for yourself January 4th through the 14th at the fairgrounds in Oklahoma City. The newest and most elite genetics North American cattlemen have to offer will be there. Cattlemen's Congress is the gathering place of the cattle industry and provides sales of elite genetics, something for every operation. Enjoy the commercial Cattlemen's Luncheon January 8th at 11 a.m. with the commercial female replacement sale at 1 p.m. For a full schedule and sale information, visit cattlemen'scongress.com.
Oh, Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Here comes more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Wellington, Texas. 60 degrees. Humidity's 23, dew point's 22. The winds are out of the south at a whopping 7 miles an hour with gusts all the way up to 8 miles an hour. Let's see here. 137 sub-freezing minutes recorded today. 8-inch soil temperature, 47 degrees. How about that? Let's see here. Oh, yesterday, I didn't see it till it was too late in the show. So I want to share it with you guys because I told them I would. So it says here, this was on the Fowler Agency text line. Please ask Jimmy if he could tell the farmers that travel on East 1050 Road to Highway 44 don't throw or let their net wrap fall from their pickups. There are 8 net wraps on the road right now. Thank you. Yeah. Guess what? Is that once a week or whenever I feel like it, guys, we got to do a better job. And I'm seeing a lot of hay wrap on Highway 6 from Elk City south to 55 going to Carter. And it's on Carter on 34. It's on 152. We're supposed to be good stewards of the land. Let's prove to everybody we are. And it would save the counties and the highway department a lot of headache. Please secure your hay wrap. There's so many ways you can do it, and it's not throwing it on the back of your pickup. And you know who you are. I'm not going to call you out on the radio because I know a lot of them. I don't have time. But, and I'm not saying I'm a perfect angel, but I've picked up a lot of hay wrap on Highway 6 and 34 just because it's a bad deal. And it's hard on people's, Will Stare, that's the reason why he come up with this catch-all that goes on the back of the truck. I'm starting to feed some hay now, so I'm going to put mine back on now. But his mother got hay wrapped around the drive shaft on her car down there by Granite, if I remember the story right. And it was a mother to get it pulled out of there. And so it causes a lot of problems. And if you leave it in your pasture, that's your deal. But on the highways and the county roads and stuff, just please, let's do a better job of controlling that. And I'm not going to let the feed sack or the corn sacks go. Believe me, deer hunters are just as bad. Secure your sacks and all that other stuff. And please do as you the best you can. So there we have it. All right, let's check out the Central Crop Care out of Hobart, Oklahoma's grain market update. And let me update it a little more here. It's a few minutes behind. Not bad. There we go. Kansas City wheat for March down 6 at 516. May is down 6 also at 529. Chicago wheat March 507 down 3 1/4. May is 518 down 3 1/4. Corn March 441 up a half. May's up a half also at 449. Soybeans out of Chicago, what are they? January, there we go. Pop back up. 1033 down 13 1/4, and March is 1048 down 13 1/2. Soybean oil January 48.17 down 3/4, or 0.76 cents, not 3/4. Sorry. And then soybean meal January 295.70 down 1, and March is 320 down 210. Oats, March 304 down 1/4. Let's see what the old cows are doing here. The old bovines. There we go. It's in the green. February live cattle, 231.87, up 140. April's 232.32, up 135. Feeders for January, 350. Yeehaw. Hit that 350 mark again. 350.25. Up 70, and March is 345.55, up 97, and April is 344.37, up 95. Lean hogs in the red today. They're down 27 for February at 85.17. Take a look at the energy. Well, I got it up. Crude oil for February, 57.63, down 32 right now. And natural gas is for February is at 372, down 24 right now. There you have it. There is your update for what's happening. Okay. I knew I was going to, I knew it was coming before the end of the year, but peanut, I've been waiting for this report from Tyrone Spearman on the peanut stocks and processing report. Since the government was shut down, they've been trying to catch up with everything. So it's It's not good. I didn't think it was going to be. There's a lot of peanut stocks right now. So here's Tyrone talking about it.
Well, reports on agriculture coming out of Washington have been delayed due to the shutdown, but USDA, the Department of Agriculture, has released peanut stocks and processing report for the month of October. That's the third month of what we consider the marketing year, August, September, and October. And these numbers are from October 31st. Peanut stocks in commercial storage, 3.92 billion pounds. Part of that is new crop and part of it is old crop. Compares to 3.37 billion pounds last year. So that is up 16%. Checking on shell peanuts that are the equivalent total 739 million pounds. That's up 34.1% compared to last year. And we're showing October roasted peanuts at 35.5 million pounds. That is only up 1%. So total shell peanut stocks were 556 million pounds, and that is up 34.3%. So we got some extra peanuts in the pipeline, and we need to increase the markets. Right now, they are selling commercial processors using 189 million pounds of shell peanuts. That's about the same as last year for the month of October. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
And there you have it. Not the report I wanted to see. Yeah, there's a lot of cotton farmers in southeastern United States switched from cotton to peanuts, and then our peanuts did really good this year here in western Oklahoma and stuff. So probably going to be a little less peanuts grown. If I'm guessing, I'm just guessing, probably a few less contracts of peanuts in western Oklahoma. If I'm, like I said, guessing. Because we got so much. We got a winner on their question, so I'm going to repeat the question, and I have notified that person that they won. And so let me repeat the question so everybody knows the correct answer. And it is, cattle inventories and overall beef supplies are expected to decline in 2026. Fed slaughter is expected to drop by approximately how many head in 2026? A, 200,000, B, 400, C, 600,000, or D, 800,000? The correct answer is C, 600,000 head less than this year, predicted for 2026. There you have it. So when we come back from this Taylor Ranch break, the new, I wanted to say outdoor, but it's Oklahoma Living, not the Outdoor Living magazine come out, and I wanted to read a little thing in here that Brent Metter has in there about what's coming up in 2026. So we'll have that coming up right after this break.
The Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Kent Watkins here with SEI Agritech in Elk City, Oklahoma. Are feral hogs causing damage to your land and crops? Try Kaput, our highly effective bait designed specifically for feral hog control. Kaput targets hogs where it hurts, helping you protect your property and your livestock. Don't wait for the damage to get worse. Call us or stop by today at SEI Agritech on South Randall in Elk City to learn more about Kaput. Follow us on Facebook for the latest updates and solutions.
When your tractor has a flat, you're stuck. When your truck's on a construction site and a tire goes down, you're in trouble. You need help. So you call down to Blair, and they come to you. They answer the phone, and somebody comes to wherever you are to fix your problem. They carry Firestone, Michelin, and some other tires. Blair Tire and Feed, Highway 283 and 19. On-site tire service, 563-2692. 563-2692. They come to you.
Hey folks, this is EJ Grediman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
Life gets a lot easier when you've got the tools to handle the cold, like generators, because losing power is not an option. Propane heaters and portable heaters keep you warm and working. Heated jackets and vests keep your core warm. Gloves for your vehicle, anti-freezing wiper fluid, battery charger, engine starters, flashlights, rechargeable hand warmers, WeatherTech floor mats to protect your floorboard, D-Gel diesel, scrapers, and de-icer. You know who's got all this. Napa Auto Parts in Elk City, 716 West 3rd.
You don't want to let your cotton set in the field day after day waiting to be gin. Now to better serve you, the cotton farmers in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, Lone Star Gin has processed over 540,000 bales of cotton. They've got locations in Pampa, Texas, and now in Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Lone Star Gin has the ability to process over 2,400 bales per day. All they do is gin cotton. Go to LoneStarGin.com for more information, and you can find them on Facebook.
Farming is no game, but when you're at the game and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a huge game changer. Valley Irrigation is where farming meets in-zone efficiency. With AgSense remote technology, farmers become MVPs of their fields. Real-time play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you beat the game and be in the game. Visit Knutson Irrigation to become the MVP of your field. Online at KnutsenIrrigation.com. They have your in-field coverage and your back.
You've got a problem, an issue, you can usually sit down and we can get it figured out while you're there. If it's something that we can't figure out right that day, it's usually within a day because everybody's accessible. If there's something that needs to be done loan-wise, we can get that ran to wherever it needs to go. Or if you just need help up front with some accounts or whatnot, I can walk you up there and introduce you to somebody and hang out with you and talk you through it. I can explain to Tammy or Tori or someone up front, hey, we've been discussing this. This is where we're at.
I'm Utah Robinson, and I help make the difference. First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre.
Member FDIC.
He loves to talk about farming and ranching. Here's more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Okay, welcome back. By Side America, here's your northwestern Oklahoma ag weather update. 62 degrees, dew point's 22, humidity's at 21. The winds are out of the west-southwest at a major 8 mile an hour. 43 is the 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature. 5:32 sunset, 62 today, 30 tonight, and 57 tomorrow. Everything looks pretty nice. And that's your northwestern Oklahoma ag weather update. All right, so the came in the mail today and probably yesterday also, but the GM, Brent Metter, at North Fork Electric Co-op, he says, Happy New Year. I hope that 2026 brings you much joy and success. It always seems fitting to me to discuss the coming year in January. This time last year, I wrote about increases coming in our power costs. The following is the exact paragraph from last year's column. Rate increases for North Fork Electric members are being driven by demand charges that we pay for power, and he said that on my show before. Demand can be difficult to understand because it's not based on how much power we use, it's based on the speed we use it. Peak time power costs have increased 27% in the last 8 years. And the forecast shows another increase of 12% in the next 2 years. This makes the average increase per year of just under 4%. The slight rate increase in April of 2025 will be followed by more increases in the years to come. The 12% increase mentioned over the next 2 years will begin with our January 2026 power bill to Western farmers, our power provider. We learned of these increases and major shift in power costs over 4 years ago. Your North Fork board chose at that time to begin having small meetings in the winter to discuss these changes. Speaking of those meetings, upcoming member meetings will be January 26th at Cheyenne at 11:30 at the Ag Pavilion, and there'll be a light lunch. And then in February at Sayre, February 23rd to be exact, will be at Sayre at the North Fork Electric Co-op headquarters at 11:30 a.m. with a light lunch, and at 5:30 p.m. with some refreshments. So there we have it. The industry change is shifting the major cost of power from fuel to demand. Fuel cost on the power bill is staying very flat while demand is going up dramatically. Demand or capacity is all about the peak times. So I'll briefly go over 3 of these questions that he says he gets asked. So how much of an increase are we going to see in 2026? The normal North Fork Electric residential rate will see an increase beginning on April 1st of 0.01 per kilowatt. That is a penny, a full penny. Can you guys use pennies nowadays since they quit making pennies? So here it says this rate saw an increase last April of a half a penny per kilowatt. This means the average residential member will see an approximately a $20 per month increase on their bill. This will be an increase of 0.015 per kilowatt since 2021. That equates to a 14.5% increase over 5 years, an average of 2.9% per year. The U.S. inflation rate over the same 5 years has been 22.8% or 4.5%, 6% per year. We do not like rate increases, but feel fortunate they're smaller than the inflation rate. All right. So the most asked question Brent said he gets is the residential rate done going up? The answer to that question, unfortunately, is no. The normal North Fork residential rate is based on averages of power costs from Western farmers. It is the average of fuel costs and demand costs. Demand increases in the future will keep driving this average higher. The question is followed with, how can a North Fork member mitigate some of these increases? This is the question that the North Fork Electric Co-op senior staff and the board of directors have discussed over the past 3 years. The answer to this question is that we have recently rolled out a time of use residential rate for members. This rate is designed and billed in the exact same way we pay for power. The cost of power will increase at peak times and discounted during the non-peak times. Peak times will be only 4 hours per day, meaning your cost of power can be discounted significantly 20 hours per day. Therefore, strategic pattern changes on your part can lead to savings of your cost on power. And I can get an amen with that one. My irrigation cost, this is not residential, this is irrigation cost. Yes, it was high this year for me because I was irrigating 2 different farms. So it was high to me. And it was a lot. God, it was a lot. But it kind of got into my golfing money. But there's so I got timers on one irrigation, and then I can run the wells with my phone on the other ones. And during my show, when my show was over during the summer, I would, for the most part, not every time, I would turn my irrigation off and leave it off and then fire it back up towards 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. And I could see per acre cost difference a little bit. A little bit goes a long ways, because it cost me an average of $110 to $140 an acre to irrigate my peanuts for one season. The year before last, and last year this year I was at 105 to 110. So it's $30 an acre difference. So it don't sound like much, but take that times 60 acres, that's a lot of money. So just letting you guys know what's coming up. I don't know. I don't have any clue about C&K, Harmon, and Northwestern, any of the other ones. I don't know if they're I'm sure they're probably same thing, because I think Western supplies them all. Might be wrong. And probably the same thing. I'm just giving you my feel because I'm a North Fork member. Okay. Let's take a Taylor Wrench break. And when we come back, we'll finish up the show with the Hobart Farm and Garden Ag Weather Update for southwestern Oklahoma.
Oh, Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies.
I was impressed that he came to my barn. That is what I like, is service. Service says a lot. I have not even been to his office. My time is very valuable to me. I'm very busy. It's a 35-minute drive from my house to Mangum. I don't want to drive down there every time I need something. That's going to kill at least 2 hours of my day, and I don't have that kind of time to spare. So when I get in business with somebody like this that gives me that kind of service, I respect the job that they're doing, and I appreciate the service that they're providing to me. I'm ecstatic. I'm very glad. It worked out like it was supposed to. You know, I don't think I could have picked a better insurance agent. My name's Bandy Silk. My family and I farm and ranch in the Delhi community. I'm a fifth-generation farmer and rancher. I'm glad I've contacted Mickey Lively for my insurance needs.
Hi, I'm Mickey Lively. I'm an insurance agent with Oklahoma Farm Bureau. My office is located in Greer County. Call me anytime at 580-782-3827.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in a season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in a season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out, see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oil field companies also. They use it in frac pumps, and they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse. The price savings it's huge for them.
When she walked into the store, she looked around and then she said,
"Am I in Dallas?"
That's because the space was so big, so nice, and so full of beautiful things. Now, you and I love living right here in western Oklahoma. We like the small town friendliness. We like knowing each other. We like feeling safe. And we like being able to get where we're going pretty quickly. But now there's a store you can visit right here in western Oklahoma that makes you feel like you're shopping in a massive metropolitan area. Ever since Grandview Pharmacy and Gifts moved into their new digs, they keep getting the same reaction from people.
Wow, this looks fabulous.
The store is big and beautiful, and it's full of things that'll make your home beautiful and make you look and feel great. If you know, you know. But if you haven't been in yet, you're missing out on a big city shopping experience right here in little old western Oklahoma.
Grandview Pharmacy and Gifts, now located at 1503 West 3rd Street in Elk City.
As a farmer or rancher, you're always looking for ways to save time and money. The Apache Hay Wagon from Everett's Welding in Visay, Oklahoma will help you do just that. The Apache Hay Wagon eliminates 80 to 90% of hay waste with its unique design. It hauls multiple bales, saving you time and money. Go by Everett's Welding today and ask to see the Apache Hay Wagon. You'll be glad you did. You can also visit them online at everettswelding.com.
Now, back to more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Granite, Oklahoma. Here is your Hobart Farm and Garden ag weather update for southwestern Oklahoma. 62 degrees, 23 dew point, humidity 22. The winds are out of south, southeast at 9 miles an hour. 50 degrees is the 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature. 536 is the sunset. 64 today, 30 tonight, 62 tomorrow. Nice weather. All right, Machinery Pete. He's his last report of the year. And here's his quote. "I've never seen this trend before. A series of record-setting sales has Machinery Pete pointing to a new pattern. For example, a 2025 Case IH AF11 combine sold for $1,157 in $57,000, not $57. $1.2 million basically in Canada. That's $841,000 in U.S. dollars. That was the highest auction price ever on a combine. I wonder if that was Ray Shones that bought that over at Canute. He's a big IH hand. Maybe Sugar Daddy bought it. I don't know. He's got money. He's been out snow skiing, so things are looking good for him. Let's see. In his Elmer Fudd hat. Over my 36 years of tracking auction sale prices, every time I've seen auction pricing jump significantly higher, it has always equated to strengthening conditions for new farm equipment sales. But not this time. After falling like a rock throughout 2024, auction prices on good farm equipment began to steady back in late February of 2025. This mode held until we hit November and December. Then whoosh, auction sale pricing jumped noticeably higher, yet the appetite for new farm equipment sales continued to lag, which leaves us to speculate why. It could be just how high the price of new equipment has become. Those 15 to 25% price jumps back in 2021, 22, and 23 have never receded. Meanwhile, the grain farmers have been tightening their belts and stretching the life of their current used equipment fleet. Since they weren't buying new, their focus shifted to buying the exact used equipment they wanted. Good condition, pre-def, pre-tier 4 items in particular roared higher. I'd say given $900,000 for a used combine, it must have been something crazy good. So here's a few eye-openers examples. A 2007 Peterbilt 379 with only 20,817 miles, actual one-owner miles. Always shed it, sold for $280,000 just a few weeks back in North Dakota. That was a record price on a Peterbilt 379 by a mile. A 2011 Case IH 6088 combine with 538 separator hours on it, sold for $178,000. A few weeks back here in Thompson, Iowa. That's the highest auction price on a 6088 combine in nearly 11 years. A 2009 John Deere 829 or 8295R with 1,091 hours on it, sold for $230,000. A couple weeks back, same auction as that Case IH 2011, marking the highest auction price on a 8295R in 33 months. A 2000 John Deere 8210 with 3,692 hours on it, sold for $133,025 or $250 on December the 3rd in Nebraska. That is the record high auction price on an 8210. But it also needs to be said that it wasn't only the older pre-def, pre-tier 4 stuff moving towards higher hard cash auction prices. Late model items sold at an auction rose as well. For example, that 2011 or 2025 Case IH AF11 combine that sold for over $1 million in Canada. At the same auction, a 2024 Brent 2598 grain cart on track sold for $184,658 US dollars. It's a record high auction price on that grain cart, blowing past the previous one of $170,000. And the K-shaped economy is a reality in ag country as we sail into 2026. There are strong balance sheets out there, still strong balance sheets out there for older farmers who have money to spend on whatever they want or need. And I'll leave you with this one last machine repeat thought to chew on hard. This extended dearth on new equipment sales the past 18 to 24 months is beginning to create a shortage of good used equipment. You thought prices were high now. Machinery Pete says, just wait. That's crazy. All right, let's see here. I wanted to follow you up with this as we was talking about fire earlier. Should you burn your Bermuda grass hayfields or even your Bermuda grass pastures? Those are often questions surrounding the practice of burning pastures and hayfields. Let's look at some of those questions to end the year with. You want to? Is it a good idea to burn my hayfield? There are several benefits to burning your hayfield. Burning can help producers manage thrash in their stands. If the thrash layer becomes too thick over time, several issues can occur. For example, thrash can tie up nutrients and serve as a spore reservoir for leaf spot diseases. Thick thatch layers can also hinder or delay green up, reduce water infiltration into the soil, and make the establishment of winter annuals challenging. When do I need to burn my hayfield? The optimum time of the year to burn is just before the spring green up. Producers that choose to burn early could face the challenge of an early flush of weeds. If the hayfield is burned after green up, then early season growth can be suppressed, resulting in a little bit of loss on that one. Do different Bermuda grass varieties respond differently? Producers need to know that the varieties such as Tefton 85, Tefton 78 can be damaged by burning due to being more, stolifishes. I know I didn't say that right. These varieties do not produce an extensive root system. It's suggested that you burn the varieties with a head fire rather than a backfire. Backfire burns into and against the wind, resulting in a slower, hotter fire. If backfire has to be used on these varieties, then consider initiating the burning operation early in the morning and right after the rain. These management tactics can result in the cooler, less injurious fire. So we around here, we've got Common, what do we got? Ozark, Midland 99, Midland, and the burning does help. It helps with sticker control, but saves you some chemical money on that deal. Can I just light the match whenever I want, or do I need to let somebody know? That's why I'm reading this story, because it's kind of fun. Producers need to find out about permits and restrictions before burning. Please contact your local extension agent that can help with obtaining the information you need. You must notify the proper authorities, including fire department, law enforcement, forestry office, and your neighbors before the burn. It's also important to have a plan in place. If the wind shifts, the fire can get out of control. This is why you guys need to do prescribed fires. And I know I got friends that got fire trucks and stuff like that, and they're good at what they're doing. That's a different ballgame. But sometimes things get ugly. Someone gets injured, equipment breaks down, and smoke creates severe visibility problems. The benefits are many, and the cost is relatively low, but never forget the danger and cost of poor planning. Get help before you burn. Contact your local extension office for more information on planning and executing a prescribed burn of a pasture or hayfields. This is from Texas AgriLife. Vanessa Olson, professor. She is the forage extension specialist. So yes, man, just do the If you do a prescribed, a lot of insurance in there, and less than 0.07% of prescribed fires have got out of control or but if you read that, it's actually out of the containment area, and it didn't get very far from that containment area. So it's really a good thing. Roger Mills County prescribed fire. It's actually Roger Mills County, Beckham County Prescribed Fire Association can help you out on that. Look them up. OSU, all your OSU educators know how to get a hold of somebody to help you with those prescribed fires. Oh, I was just looking Looks like I was looking on Paragon TV on my phone. Looks like Merritt. Who are they playing? Kiowa. Merritt's ahead 49-41. Let's go, Oilers. It's. Guys, happy New Year's. And be safe tonight. And I will see you Friday. It's Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust, Elk City, Sinclair, Oklahoma.